Aguas, Puerto Rico, Daniel Miguel Cotto.
Let's do it, man.
Ready?
Miguel Cotto. Yep.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. We got the, I'm gonna say undisputed, or the lineal champ.
Yeah, I'm not having undisputed.
Or the lineal champ of the middleweight division, Hall of Famer Miguel Cotto.
What does that mean, lineal champ again?
Lineal champ, if you go trace it back, champion for champion for champion for champion,
Yeah.
that's the champion of the division.
They need to change that status. It doesn't make sense because you could have 3 belts in the division and a guy has one.
Okay,
He's the lineal
so,
champ.
But if you trace it back, let's say if it was for middleweight, you're going back to Sugar Robinson.
No, I'm trying to say,
the
yeah.
man that beat the man that beat the man that beat the man that beat the man is the lineal champ.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone thought Martinez was the man. I think people thought Golovkin was the man.
Oh.
Who's the video about anyway?
Anyway, let's talk. Boy. It's your boy, your favourite fighter.
Why are you trying to rub it in? Wait, you're trying to rub it in?
Miguel Cotto. Well, he's not your favourite fighter.
Not right now, no.
You ain't said on 100+ videos that Miguel Cotto is your favourite fighter.
He was. He still is. Right.
Alright then. Let's talk about this fight. Miguel Cotto faces Daniel Geale on the 6th of June.
Yes. Barclays Centre.
Barclays Centre.
That's interesting as well.
It's a fight that I think it needs some clarification.
Yeah.
Let's start at it, Miguel Cotto.
Let's start one clarification. It's a catchweight.
Yes.
Let's not get that. I think it's either 157.5 or 157.
157. The lineal champ is fighting at 157.
Yeah. Look, Cotto has, and rightly so, got a lot of plaudits for being the first Puerto Rican to go through 4 weights. Look, we have to give him props for that. 140, 147, 154, 160. Even though 154, he never beat the man, as far as I'm concerned, but he got a belt.
Yeah.
So he's a 4-weight world champion. I don't think he should be fighting at 160. You don't, and I don't think anyone in boxing thinks he should be fighting at 160.
Yep.
But if you're going to fight at 160, fight at 160.
Yes.
That's my thing about it. If you're going to fight at 160, fight at 160.
Yeah. That's exactly the point. Is, when you got a champion of the division, you have to fight in the division, as in what the weight class is.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that fight at 160 can't make anything less than 160.
Yes. Which is why they fight at 160.
Which is why they fight at 160. If they can make 154, 156, 157, add all the quarters, ins and outs, they will fight at lower weight classes. But they can't.
Yeah. No, you're right. And look, we on this topic, on this show, so to speak, we've battered Peter Quillen, and I've destroyed Peter Quillen a lot for not wanting to fight this, not wanting to fight that. At least Quillen fighting guys at 160 pounds. Yeah. First and foremost, Cotto is single-handedly, I've said it to you off camera, holding up the middleweight division. Yep. Single-handedly, he's the person right now that after every interview GGD does now, the last 3 fights, who do you want to fight? Cotto or Canelo? Yeah. To be fair to Canelo, he's 154. Yeah, he goes to 155. He's 154 pounds. Yeah. He shouldn't be chasing GGD. Cotto should be. Yeah. You can't fight Martinez. Look, Cotto got a blight for the Martinez one because everyone says Martinez's legs were injured. So even now, people are still like arguing about that victory. But regardless, it was a victory. Okay. If you're gonna pick someone to fight, don't use the fact that GGG isn't a pay-per-view fighter and then go and pick someone who don't you anyone come and tell me that Daniel Geale is a pay-per-view fighter. Okay. Not accepting it.
Here's my thing about it, is that Miguel Cotto is a Hall of Famer. Yes, he doesn't duck no one. Let's give him credit, He's fought the who's of the division. Yeah. If you wanted to be the first Puerto Rican champion at 4 weights, you could have won the belt, kept it, and relinquished it. Yeah. Yeah,
like Mayweather's doing with the welterweight belts.
He didn't have to hold the belt to say he's going to be a defending fighting champion. Because like you said, no one expects him to be a champion at 160. Yeah, he could clearly make 147 pounds with a little discipline and a dietitian.
And that's the issue I have here with this fight. Like you say, Cotto can make 147 pounds with discipline. At worst, don't no one tell me Cotto can't make 154 pounds. Yeah. And there's better fights in the 154 pound division. Give him. What I don't like about Cotto, and it's happening with a lot of fighters right now. Look, I'm all for fighters getting as much money as you can. But we're starting to see a lot of fighters become promoters. Yeah. And a lot of fighters say, no, you should fight him and you should fight. That's not your job. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's your manager, that's your promoter. Let them do that. And Cotto seems to be talking about, I waited in line for Pacquiao Mayweather, now they can wait in line for me. And I'm thinking, you're not a promoter, Cotto. What are you doing? Why are you talking like this? You're a fighter, and that's why people used to love you, and they still do to an extent, because you just went in there and fought. None of the talking.
Now, the thing with Miguel Cotto being at 160 is that I think he gives away so much athletic advantages
Yes.
now. But Miguel Cotto was never really fleet of foot.
Yes.
At 140 he was nimble,
Yeah.
but he was never really had fast footwork.
Yeah.
The higher he gets, the little bit slower he gets.
Yes.
The little bit slower he gets, the more hittable he gets.
Older as
and
well.
He's older as well. And I love Miguel Cotto, but let's look at times when he's been hit a lot. He doesn't react well.
No, he doesn't.
And you know that's just the way it is. He's getting older. He's bigger, fighting the way he can't maintain. It's difficult for him. When you look at the middleweights, at the average size of a middleweight, you're talking about a guy that's around 6 foot.
Yes.
Give or take. If you look at the top guys in the division right now, GGG's about what, 6 foot?
Murray 6 foot.
Murray 6 foot. Andy Lee 6'2".
Yeah.
Peter Quillen must be
Around the
6'1",
6'1".
and he could even make 160.
Yeah.
Yeah. The point I'm making is, Miguel Cotto with no more than 5'7".
Yeah.
I don't care what they say on Box Record, whatever they say, whatever I'm trying to say. I've seen Miguel Cotto, I ain't seen Miguel Cotto. He's no more than 5'7".
He could be less than that.
He could be less than that. He's a very small guy. I mean, the point I'm making is that it doesn't transcend well with the fans, or when you're trying to promote a brand, i.e. Rock Nation, with a middleweight champion of the world who's not fighting the middleweight.
The worst thing about this all, and a lot of people have almost, like, they're starting to talk about Canelo already in December. Daniel Geale ain't no run over for Cotto.
Oh, no way.
You know what I mean? We're talking about a guy that is so nimble and quick and flat, and unlike anything Cotto's for, because he's not flat-footed.
Yeah.
I think we have a problem here.
Oh, we definitely have a problem here. We definitely, Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tell you what, Daniel Geale's style of fighting really is the worst style for Miguel Cotto. Yeah. The only reason why Daniel Geale got this fight because he's a name. He's a former two-time world champion, and he's smaller at the weight.
Yeah.
In terms of style, this is a fight where I find it very hard to see how Cotto wins this fight convincingly. I'm not saying he can't win, convincingly.
Yeah.
You're talking about a guy that's got a very durable chin.
Yes.
Take out the GGG loss. I mean, Geale's not a guy that goes down and gets up and goes down and gets up.
Yeah.
You got a guy who's got the Energizer Bunny packet in his back.
Yeah.
That goes for 12 rounds non-stop. And again, he's a volume puncher.
And he's been in with marquee fighters.
Of course he's been marquee
I mean,
fighters.
Danny Barker, Sturm, GGG. He's been in there with punches. He's been in there with guys that can bang
box.
as well, can box. So he's mixed it with a good amount of people as well in terms of styles. Look, we've seen Cotto, when Cotto does take, if you like, so-called easy fights, Austin Trout, we saw what happened there.
Yeah.
And again, if I was to put Austin Trout versus Daniel Geale, to me, I'm going for Daniel Geale as the winner.
Any day of the week.
Do you know what I mean? So I feel like we have a guy that could cause Cotto problems. It's if Cotto catches up with him. And I don't know if Cotto's punch power at 160 or 155, whatever he's going to come into, is the same Cotto at 147 punch power. I don't think it is.
Definitely not. Cotto was a legitimate puncher at 140. Legitimate, like, one hit quitter.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? But he might have lost a little sight in making weight. So, you know, you never say. So you could say the best version of Cotto as a puncher, where he could actually be durable and give out some heavy shots, is at 147.
Yeah.
I didn't see much power at 154. When he fought the Jewish kid.
Yuri Foreman.
Yuri Foreman. Cotto got the stoppage, but that was again due to injury. Again, knees.
Legs,
legs and knees. Know what I mean? But Cotto was pounding on him and couldn't really put him away. Yuri Foreman was a talented guy. I'm not saying Cotto supposed to put him away, but when you land shots that clean, you should put someone away.
Yeah.
Cotto didn't do that. I don't see. Again, same thing with Sergio Martinez. He put him down a billion times, but like you mentioned, there are the issues about the legs.
Yeah.
Even though Sergio never complained about it after the fight, and you know, give Sergio his credit for that, it's still an element that people know about.
Yeah. What I'm concerned about is that, look, I saw Cotto, he put a tweet out saying, I think someone asked him about the Canelo fight. He said, look, Canelo's done his side, now it's time for me to do my side. So it seems like negotiations are already taking place. But if the winner of this, or if it is Cotto, which I think it still will be, fight Canelo. And I think Canelo fight right now is a bad fight for Cotto. Right now. I feel like that when we talked about this, if that fight happened a year ago, we said Cotto would win because it's too early for Canelo. Right now, I'm looking at Canelo and he looks stronger, bigger, faster. He looks everything that Cotto wouldn't really want.
There was a picture floating around Twitter a few weeks ago, and people talking about Cotto versus Golovkin, and Canelo is as big as GGG, or thicker naturally than GGG.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you
and
what,
I'm starting to believe that he can hit as hard as well. Not as hard, but he can definitely hit.
He could definitely back.
Definitely. And remember, he's growing into his man strength.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
The thing about Miguel Cotto is that if he was to fight Canelo, I don't think the fight should be. I think Cotto, for his best interest, was to get the fight at 154. Because we know
if not lower. Make him make weight.
It's a fight we know Cotto can make, and it's a weight we know Canelo does not like to make.
Yeah.
Anyhow, this fight is anything 155, 156, 157.
Oh, man.
It comes out of Cotto's favour.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's for the middleweight title, so he's going to make it at some
It's got
sort
to
of
be
catch weight.
155, 156.
Yeah, exactly.
Minimum. Yeah.
Adi, how does this fight play out? It's your mate, it's your boy, it's your fight of the decade, your fight of the century. Come on, tell us about it.
It's fight of the century. 21st century. Look. As much as I look, sometimes it comes down to levels, and as good as Daniel Geale is, we're talking about a guy that went tooth and nail with Darren Barker, and it got destroyed by Golovkin. Is Cotto a Golovkin? No.
Yep.
Is Cotto a Darren Barker in terms of their style? No. But Miguel Cotto is still Miguel Cotto.
Oh yeah.
And I think once Miguel Cotto starts landing to the body, if he can get into land to the body, and if he can slow Daniel Geale down, I think we could get a late stoppage. But anything can happen in the first 5 or 6 rounds. Because Daniel Geale is that kind of person where he hits and moves and hits and moves, and it's a style that's awkward. But I do think that Golovkin fight, the way he got put down, I don't know if he recovered from those kind of shots too early.
Yeah.
Is that a fight with Jared Fletcher? Yes, he won that, but it was
Jared
a 2-round blowout, and Jared Fletcher's
not a guy,
not exactly. So we don't know how psychologically he's got over that. This is Miguel Cotto. Freddie Roach needs a big win as well. He'll be in the corner, and I think they've got the Canelo fight signed for December. So I think he will win, but it's going to be a struggle. It's not going to be easy, and either gets him out there late, very late, or it's a points decision.
Okay, I understand your point, and I'm kind of going to favour stick with you this year. I think Cotto can steal it, and when I mean steal it, I mean steal it. Miguel Cotto is a Hall of Fame fighter. He's one of the best fighters of his generation. He's one of the greatest fighters from Puerto Rico. You know, you're not going to argue what his accolades are. If you were to put him in a pound for pound sense and make them literally the same weight, I'll go with Miguel Cotto.
Yes.
But I think he's given up so much size, so much natural weight, so much reach, and again, the engine of Daniel Geale is a lot to deal with for any fighter. Unless you could put him away, it's a lot to deal with. But Miguel Cotto does know how to handle the big occasion. He does know how to adjust. He can do things more swifter in a fight than Daniel Geale. I've got a feeling it's going to be a controversial decision for Miguel Cotto. I think it's a big fight for Miguel Cotto in terms of it's his first fight with Rock Nation.
Yeah. I
know there's a rematch clause in the contract. I know.
Is there?
Yes, there is.
Wow.
Yes, there is.
Who put that in?
Listen, they know exactly what they know. It's a risk. They know it's a risk.
Rematch clause for Danny Geale.
The rematch clause in the contract. God. I think if that could be compared early with Daniel Geale taken away late with the better tank.
How many fights does he have left, Miguel Cotto?
At 160, not a lot.
154.
154, he's got more
I think he's in trouble. 154. I think. I look at the guys at 154. They're nightmares. They're nightmares.
The guys at 154, I think he has more compared. He could do more because he's close to the weight class.
Yeah.
I reckon a lot of the guys at 160 could actually stop Cotto. Not because Cotto's got a bad chin. Just that they're just too big. I mean, again, like I said, we all know Andy Lee could bang him when he wants to bang.
Yeah.
We know Peter Quillen put down in damn bloody 500 times. You've got David Lemieux, who's most going to win the title in the next couple of weeks, who could bang. You've got GGG, who is the banger of the division. Yeah. I mean, when you're the champion, you've got to fight the top 5 guys, the top 6 guys. It's all a risk for him.
Very true. All right, there you go, guys. As I said again, Miguel Cotto, Daniel Geale, middleweight fight, which we hate at a catchweight. Makes me feel sick. Ryan says he is the Lineal title, and he is. They beat the man, but in terms of our eyes, we know who the number 1 middleweight is right now. And if we're being honest, we probably don't even have Cotto as number 2, 3 or 4. It's that, like, there's guys that I think can beat him.
Yeah.
And I know he's got the belt, but I think there's other guys out there, like, I hate to say it, like even Kid Chocolate. I think these guys can beat him because of their size.
Again, people gotta laugh. David Lemieux, who's a bloody big middleweight,
hits him,
who could punch, who fights aggressive and will put it on you. Miguel Cotto had the firepower to keep him off him.
Yeah. Alright guys, who wins? Look, I'm praying Miguel Cotto wins just because of my loyalty to him, because he is my fighter of the 21st century. I'm not going to judge him on this. I'm going to look at everything he's done in the past, and this guy dodged no one. That's why it's hurting me, because he clearly now is dodging someone, and I can't really take it. Who wins? Daniel Geale, the Australian Energy Bunny, or Miguel Cotto, Puerto Rican Pride? Leave your comments below, email us, subscribe, tweet, the usual. Thanks for watching another edition of Boxtalk. Cheers.